Finish it. Friendship.
What's up, fellow collectors? Today I'm reviewing the Mortal Kombat Deception Goro 2007 Toy Rocket exclusive action figure, and that was a whole lot of words. This guy is a deluxe figure, so he stands about 7 inches tall, and you can already tell on the packaging it's like so huge you can't even fit it all on the screen at once. And you know, that's pretty cool because I'm excited to open him up and see how he fits in scale with all of the other Mortal Kombat figures that I got. Looks really cool inside the package here. You got the Mortal Kombat Dragon logo up at the top. It says Toy Rocket exclusive, and you know, I don't even think Toy Rocket's in business anymore. At least I haven't bought anything from Toy Rocket. On the back here, you got a bunch of the figures that came out with the Deception line. You can't really see them because the packaging again is so huge. But you got, you know, Scorpion, Johnny Cage, Noob Saibot, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Kano, Reptile, and Kung Lao. And then it tells you a little bit about, you know, all the licensing rights and stuff like that. I don't know why they include all that on the back of the figure. Figured they would give a little biography about Goro or something, but instead they just give you a bunch of licensing jargon. So I'm going to go ahead and open this figure up and review it. Alright, I got this guy opened up and out of the package, and this is a huge figure, and it's really, really awesome. There are a few complaints that I have here and there, but overall, this is a really, really cool figure, and I'm definitely glad that it's now a part of my collection. Now, he does come with, and I didn't see it in the case, a little display stand to actually stand him up on. It's got 2 pegs, and he actually has 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet that you can place him on. It's got the cool little Mortal Kombat Dragon logo, so I think it's a nice little accessory to include with him. You know, I didn't know that he was coming with that, so that's pretty cool. But you actually don't need this display stand in order to stand him up. He actually stands up really well without the stand at all, but it's still a pretty cool accessory. Now, this guy is a huge figure. He stands probably about 7.5 inches tall. It's very, very cool. There are a few issues that I have with it. He's got like some sticky goo or something on his upper chest here, some scratches and stuff like that. I don't know what that's all about. There's some sort of weird manufacturing error or something, but it does look really cool overall. I don't see any other, you know, flaws in the actual figure itself. You know, I wish that the wingspan of the arms was a little bit longer. You know, stretching them all the way out here, it does seem like they're a little bit short. They're kind of like, you know, T-Rex arms on Goro. I think that they were in the game, to be more accurate, they should be a little bit further out, probably about to here, I would say, to make it more game accurate. Now, another thing that I find a little bit strange is, you know, the hand selection that they gave him. You know, he's got 3 of the same kind of sculpted type hands where they're all open, and then he's got 1 fist hand. You know, I think it'd make more sense to give him at least 2 fist hands and 2 open hands or something like that, or give him some extra hands so you can exchange them in and out with each other to make kind of whatever fist motion you would want out of his hands. I would prefer that, but you only get 1 fist hand, and I wish you got a couple so you can get them, you know, in a couple punching type moves. The other gripe I have with this figure is, you know, moving his upper arms up and down. This joint here likes to pop out and the whole arm just basically falls off. Same with this one too. The bottom ones are okay, but it's just the top ones that I'm having issues with them popping in and out on them. Now, as far as detail goes, I really do like the head sculpt here. I think that Jazwares did a great job getting the head sculpt down. I love the eyes in there. You know, you got the nice yellowy, demony looking eyes, and the sculpt around the mouth and the teeth do look really good, as well as the sculpt on his genie-like hair. Now, the figure does look really, really buff and muscular. I like that because that's the way that Goro looks in the game. You know, he's got all these veins popping out of his arms. He's got, you know, this buff-looking chest and abs coming out. I think that looks really good, and I think that they did a great job sculpting him in that way to make him look, you know, more accurate in that way. He's got this little diaper on right there with the yin yang logo on it. It looks very good. And, you know, he's got this little flexible piece of plastic that falls down here. Looks pretty good. I like the leg sculpt there, and I like this bandages that they put around his bottom ankles. Looks really good, as well as his toes. On the back here, you get to see his lizardy dragon-like skin all over his back, and that's pretty much the only additional detail that you get with paint. Everything else is pretty much one solid color. I would have liked to see some shading or maybe a little bit of extra detail in the paint work, but we just kind of see more of a bland tan-ish color for Goro. Now, as far as articulation goes, you got a nice 360 motion. You can't really look up and down at all. It's more of a side-to-side type motion you get. You can do a 360 with each one of these upper arms, although, like I said before, it's really hard to move them because of these joints right here popping out of place. You can also rotate these, the bicep, and then at the elbow there, and then you can also spin the hands around as well. Right here at the waist, it rotates, but it does not move up and down at all. There is no additional, parts here to give them some abdomen pivot. It's just a swivel motion. His legs kick out pretty far, which I'm happy about, and they also come out pretty far, as in, making a kicking motion. I like that. And then you also got some rotation here at the thigh. You also got a nice little hinge here at the knee, and then at the ankle here you also got a hinge but no pivot. Now here's a quick size comparison between these Mortal Kombat figures. I got Shao Kahn there, I got Jax from the Jazwares line as well, and then Sub-Zero from the Mezco line. And I think that the figures look really good in scale with each other, although I believe that Goro should still be a little bit bigger, probably about an inch taller, because Goro's a big dude in the games, and I feel like the action figure doesn't really represent that 100% accurately. And maybe, Shao Kahn can even be smaller, or Goro could be bigger. It could be just Shao Kahn in there, kind of throwing it off, because, Shao Kahn and Goro almost look like they're about the same size, and I feel like Goro definitely needs to be a little bit bigger. So overall, this is a really awesome figure, and I'm definitely happy that it's part of my collection now. If you can find him at a cheap price, I would definitely recommend picking him up. I know since that he's an exclusive, and he came out in around 2007, probably very difficult to find. But if you can find him, I would definitely recommend picking him up because he's not a waste of your money. Check out my channel, guys. I got a ton of Mortal Kombat reviews on there. I also collect Halo stuff, and I make animations as well. Make sure you subscribe because I come out with new videos every week. And I will see you guys all in my next video. And thank you all for watching.